It's not always blood. Sometimes it's recognition. Sometimes it's the way someone says your name, and you don't have to explain yourself. Yeah. A family reunion ain't just bloodlines. Yeah. It's the souls that hold you in hard times. The ones who saw you break and still called you divine. Safe in the circle, I'm safe in the circle. Yeah, not judge, not rush, not compare. Just loved in the open air. They see my shadow and still pull up a chair. Safe in the circle, I'm safe in the circle. Yeah. They remember when my voice got quiet, when my faith got thin like thread, when I smiled in pictures but was crying in my bed. They don't flinch at my honesty, don't compete with my shine. They say, baby, sit down, breathe, and give me back my mind. No performance, no disguise, just eye contact and soft replies. A family reunion ain't just bloodlines, it's the souls that hold you in hard times. The ones who saw you break and still called you divine. Safe in the circle, I'm safe in the circle. Some kin ain't kin by name, but they guard your flame. Clap when you win, hold you through shame. They don't weaponize your wounds or gossip your grief. They don't shrink your dreams or steal your belief. Safety is sacred and rare, so when you find it, stay there. If they don't make room for your truth, that's not your home. But when they do, you feel it in your bones. Yeah, know what? It ain't just bloodlines, it's aligned minds, it's heart ties and soft landings in hard times. Safe in the circle, I don't have to shrink to belong. Safe in the circle, they love me right when I was wrong. I don't have to earn it, I don't have to fight. I'm already alright.
Georgia, Georgia.
Yo, just pulled up to the Love Palace. Ain't no cap here, just facts and feels. D and Kellz on the mic, we talking ships, all kinds. Pull up and unpack. Just enjoy. Friendships that held me down through the struggle. Companions who dipped when I stepped out the bubble. Family ties that tug, some tight, some frayed. But we lay it all out, let the truth get played. No judgment, just lessons on velvet chairs. We speak from the gut, raw love, stripped bare. GoddessDee got that glow like sage in the wind. Queen Kellz hit the mic, truth spilling again.
Ships, we talk it, we walk it. No filters, just real. Love Palace, the spot where your soul can heal. All them ties, all those vibes, we ain't letting them drown. We lift ships up, never tear them down.
Situations Friendships with benefits and blurred lines. Late night convos that redefine mine. Friend turns to foe, bait turn to ghost. But we speak on it all, toast to the growth. Auntie vibes with a twist, drop gems in the mist. Got a palace full of wisdom, come get you a fix. Mic check, soul check, what's your connection? We the pulse of the people, every vibe gets a section. This ain't no gossip, this is gospel with glitter. A sanctuary for the stories they told you to bury. Let your voice rise, let your pain breathe, let your ship dock here.
Welcome back to the ships, everyone. Hey, y'all. I'm GoddessDee, and as always, I am joined by the incredible Queen Kellz, and today we are diving into something that feels like a warm hug. Don't that sound good? But sometimes carries the weight of a heavy suitcase. We're going to be talking about the family reunion. When we hear these words, we usually think of matching t-shirts, barbecue smoke, and the one auntie who asks, "Why are you still single?"
Why are we still single?
But on this show, we look at ships in all forms. Y'all know that. A family reunion isn't just about bloodlines. It's about the gathering of the souls who make us feel safe. It's about the convergence of the people who have seen us at our lowest and celebrate us at our highest. And Queen Kellz, when you think of reunion, what's the energy you're bringing to the table today?
The goddess. The energy is intentionality. You hit the nail on the head, right? Because for so long, we've been told that family is biological obligation. But we're shifting the narrative today. We're reclaiming the family structure. So in this episode, it's about how we take the fragments of our lives, our friends, our partners, and our kin, and we knit them into a blanket that actually keeps us warm. We're going to talk about the joys of coming back together after the storms, but most importantly, how we heal the structure so that the reunion is actually a place of peace rather than a place of performance.
Okay.
So now we're going to be breaking down the DNA, that's our whole initials.
It is.
Of our connection today. And we're going to break it all the way down
All
tonight,
the way down.
Okay. How friends become family, how romantic partners become family, and how we repair the family structure, especially when we never had a good example. Because y'all know there ain't no handbook for this, right? And most importantly, what it really means to feel the joy of a reunion, of coming back together.
Okay. Well, let's get started. We're going to start with friends who become family. Okay? We all heard the saying, blood is thicker than water. I know y'all all heard that, right?
Yep.
But the full quote is actually, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. That changes everything, don't it? It means bonds we choose to make are often stronger than the ones we were born into. Friends become family when the consistency of their presence outweighs the history of a relative. It's that person you could call at 3 a.m. without even apologizing. Ooh, I'm telling you, that feels good when you can do that. Or the one who knows your coffee order, okay? Because if you know my coffee order, Hey, that's some extra yes.
You remembered.
Okay. And or your deepest trauma. In the context of a family reunion, these are the cousins who aren't actually related to you, but have a seat at the main table because they earned it through loyalty and shared experience. Some friends hold you down harder than the people you grew up with. They protect you, they grow with you, check you, cover you, and even laugh with you. They just get you in a way blood relatives sometimes don't.
That is so
think
true.
About that.
That is so true. But sometimes you do have to create your own family if you don't have one. Or you may have one and it may not be the best, and so you find friends that are your family now.
Friends turn into family. And I think that's why like this whole series started, because we needed that definition of what a friend was, because I was out here calling everybody my friends. That's exactly how my little niece cousin does. She call everybody her friends. I was like, girl, they ain't your friends. You gonna find out. You know, shout out to Mo3. Everybody ain't your friend. But I had to learn that as an adult. And it was like, so now when you have them friends that turn into family, ooh, that's a whole different feeling now that you know the definition of a true friend, right?
Absolutely. And there are a specific kind of healing. There is a specific kind of feeling that happens in chosen family. Many of us come from biological structures that were fractured or even toxic. So when friends become family, they are essential in helping us rewrite our definition of safety. However, even in these beautiful friendships, issues can arise, like boundary crossing or friendship fatigue. To rectify these issues, keep the unit healthy, we have to treat our friends the same long-term commitment, with the same long-term commitment as we give our relatives. We have to communicate when our feelings are hurt instead of just ghosting. Let me not get triggered. A healthy family unit is built on friendship, requires us to show up for the mundane stuff, not just the highlights, right? And it's about moving from I'll see you when I see you to I'm invested in your growth. And I am so glad I got these type of friends to have, right? And sometimes it's because friends meet you where you are.
Absolutely.
You know, we ain't competing for attention. You ain't dealing with childhood wounds that hurt you so bad that you hurt your family. You're not fighting old narratives. With friends, you get a brand new, fresh start. And doesn't that feel good?
Yeah, breath of fresh air.
Ooh, I love the breath of fresh air. You get to bind something. You get to build something clean. And that's why so many friendships evolve into family in the first place. That's because this trust is earned and it's not just assumed.
Because you know, if you assume, you already know what that does. Or you know, y'all know what assume do, right? So this is like very important, like I said, because when you find that one and you're like, you cut, like, I like how, since you my cousin, and you know, people be like, that ain't your cousin. I said it's my it ain't your cousin, it's my cousin.
Right.
Right. So it's a beautiful thing that can happen. And I love how it broke down that you still gonna have issues, right? Just like you're gonna have them within family because they become your, but you're there. The friend, I think, is a chosen family member is good because you're willing to communicate and do the things that you need to do to navigate through the difficult times. And a real friend, like we know, we tell each other straight up
all the way
and be like, dang, why you gotta say it like that? Okay, I got it.
I could take it.
I got
okay. Family, because sometimes you get caught up in that. But I really think that I like that a friend can become a family member. And it's not all the guidelines that a family would have in it, but you still have the same structures of what that looks like. And because they feel like family, you can label them as your family, even though they're not your blood relative.
Absolutely.
So I think I really love that part.
So. But you know, even in friendships, like I said, it has their challenges. There's miscommunication. There can even be jealousy. People even outgrowing each other. But the beautiful part about friends who become family is that y'all usually have the emotional tools to talk it through. You check in, you apologize, you adjust, and most importantly, you forgive.
I was going to say something, but I don't want to offend my real family. I wish that we could go through that whole phase right there. I wish it was easier.
Check in, you apologize, you adjust.
Yeah, like we could go through.
But it's hard with people. I get what you're saying. And by the way, we're really blood relatives.
Don't y'all know that? Or y'all should know that by now.
This is really my cousin.
Right. I
think with me, because I had so many so-called friends, I was wanting that, right?
That family.
This type of thing. And when it wasn't happening, it felt weird.
Yeah.
So I guess how you feel like, you know, some of the family should be that way. It's just like
you want your friends to be that way too. Oh, I get it. I get it. Well, family is the tribe that you choose. And when those friendship roots grow, that's real family reunion energy.
Okay. So I want everybody to hold that thought, because we're talking about family reunion. The reason why we're talking about family reunions is because this is the time of year people are planning family reunions, right? So hold that thought, because we're going to take a quick break. But when we come back, we're stepping into the deep waters as you on the ship, how your romantic partner becomes family, and how to bond, and how that bond shifts everything. So don't move. We'll be right back.
Y'all, we gotta stop acting like we owe our family more loyalty than we do our friends and people around us. Oh, blood thicker than water. What do that mean anyway? Because mustard thicker than Hennessy. But I still drink more Hennessy than I eat mustard. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But a lot of family be feeling like they can treat you any kind of way, talk to you any kind of way, disrespect people around you, and then you just supposed to move on past it. A lot of family don't even like to apologize or have real conversations after all of that stuff. You're not even taking accountability. To be honest, my friends is like my family anyway. I call them my family. I've been friends with the same people for so long. They show up, they kids, my nieces and nephews. And I'm a good goddamn friend. And I'm a good goddamn family member too. Don't get me wrong, I got some good family amongst me. And I love them to pieces. But we don't have to chase up after no family. We build our own families around here these days. Over the years, what I learned is family will turn into relatives and friends will turn into family.
She don't rush when she stepping. She don't rush when she stepping. She let the room lean in. Roots deep, yeah, she grounded. Still fly when she move with them. Plants on the altar, smoke in the air. She been healing while she right here. She don't chase what's ready. She aligned and it appear. No, why? Heart, mind, right, body, loose spirit, talk when she move. Holistic royalty by Kellz. She don't say much, you can't tell. Holistic royalty, she move well. Mind, body, spirit, all in sync, she well. Holistic royalty by Kellz. She don't say much, you can't tell.
Hello and welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Grab your plate and your seat at the table because the family reunion conversation is just warming up.
You're right. Now we're going to take this pivot, okay? We're going to take this pivot to the romantic side of the ship. So, how does a partner go from being a +1 to being a permanent pillar of the family structure? This is, it's the moment when my life becomes our life. When we bring a romantic partner into the family fold, we are essentially asking them to help us build a new branch on a tree. But often we see issues like power struggles, enmeshment, or the fear of losing one's individual identity. For a romantic partner to truly become family, there has to be a merge of values. You aren't just falling in love with the person. You are integrating a new seat of tradition, beliefs, and support systems into your existing world. Lovers turning into family, because that's a powerful transition. At first it's chemistry, attraction, interest, but then one day this person is your home, your comfort, your safe place to land. They become the person you trust with your fears, your dreams, and your in-between moment.
We can just skip over this over.
No, we cannot, ma'am. No, we cannot.
Okay, y'all. Okay. Let me bring back. But you are right. It's so true. And I think that the biggest hurdle here is the expectation versus the reality trap. We expect our partners to automatically fit into our family dynamic, and we expect our family to treat them like gold from day one. To rectify the friction here, we have to be the bridge. We heal this part of the family structure by protecting our partner from family toxicity and vice versa. Right? A healthy family unit isn't built by forcing the people to be together, but it's built on creating a new family culture that honors both individuals. So the joy comes when you look across the room at the family reunion and you see your partner laughing with your brother or helping out your grandparents, right? That feels good, right? That's when you realize that you just added a person to your life. That's also when you realize that you've expanded the borders of your home. And that shift, that moment when you realize, oh, this isn't just my partner, this is my family. And that's sacred. But it also comes with responsibility. You have to treat them like family in a healthy sense, not with entitlement, but with care, not with unhealthy attachment, but with partnership.
Yeah. Let's talk about it. I want to talk about it. Let's talk about it. No, because we've both been married. And one of the key things that I enjoyed about the person that I married is his interaction with my family.
Yeah, me too.
Like my mom, brother, sister, even grandma, because she was still around. It was like amazing. And they was like, we really like him. You know what I'm saying?
That's special.
Like you said, when it says when you look over there and you be like, oh, he's so good. You know what I mean? It does. It makes you feel really, really good.
Yeah, it does.
Now, let me get into it. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. Unfortunately, it's not always like that on both sides.
Right.
We'll talk about that. So let's be real, because I've experienced it and you have experienced it. Romantic relationships often mirror childhood wounds. Ooh. If you didn't see healthy communication growing up, you might struggle to express yourself. If you grew up around chaos, you may think that chaos equals passion. No, okay, hold on.
Yeah, like I said,
that's why healing matters. That's why healing really matters. So you don't bring childhood storms into grown-up love. Pause. We gotta say that again. We gotta say that one again, because that part is important.
Yeah,
Thoughts is important.
It is important, right?
You're right.
So go ahead. Why is it important?
No. Okay, so let's talk about it. Have you ever? Yes. Okay. When you guys, have you ever dated or been with somebody that really does not know what love is or grew up not knowing love?
Yes.
And you're so in love with them that you're thinking that your love can cover and show them what love is when they don't even know what the type of love is that you're giving them.
Yeah.
Did that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So you get cloudy vision because you like, and it doesn't stop the love that you have for that person. But sometimes that love overlooks what their childhood looked like.
Yeah.
And you don't really see that there's some healing that needs to be done, or you don't even ask, are you healed?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's like when things start going a little rusty or rough in your relationship, you're like, but this ain't how love is. And they're like, yes, it is.
And you know what? I could say that, like, I could see people the light starting to come on with some people because they are starting to ask those right questions before they get into relationships. But then I still often see a lot of people that just get in relationships because it feels good, or they stay in relationships because I've spent so much time with this person. But you cannot cover. If this person don't know how to love and they're not willing to learn a new way to love, you're wasting your time. And it don't matter how much time you put in. You're now teaching your children what love should look like, and they're not getting that proper example.
So, like it said on this part, that's why healing matters.
Healing matters.
So you don't bring childhood storms. Keyword, childhood storms. Second keyword, to grown up love. I like that too. Yeah. I like that. I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
And romantic partners who become family, you gotta learn how to hold each other without holding each other hostage. Space.
I gotta answer that. Okay, go
respect. Ahead. I'll go again. Romantic partners. Again, romantic partners come to the front. Come to the front, okay? Romantic partners who become family gotta learn how to hold each other without holding each other hostage. Yes.
We didn't even drop them on. That deserves a clap.
That deserves a clap. Hold space. Room for respect, honesty, and this is my key one right here, emotional availability, because that's what keeps the relationship steady.
So you hold each other without holding each other hostage.
Yep. I'm gonna hold you, baby. I ain't gonna just keep you here.
Like, you gotta stay here. You gotta
right here.
So a hostage. So when I think of hostage, I always think of kidnap.
Well, I knew you was going there.
What else is a hostage?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm making it. Y'all relate to me. I don't know what do y'all relate to when y'all hear
you can't go
hostage
nowhere,
situation.
You can't do nothing.
No,
you
like when you a hostage. So like when you was in the bank robbery and didn't know you was in the bank robbery, if they had hostages, you would be stuck. Right? I'm just saying, so you can't do nothing. You can't stay home. You can't do this. You can't wear this. You can't do that. You can't do no. You can't hold me and say you love me and then keep me hostage.
Yeah.
That's when you said that space. Mm-hmm. And I do firmly believe in romantic relationship or all ships. You need space sometimes. We have space.
Can we talk about the space? Because, like, the space to do your own thing. Mm-hmm. We're grown. I shouldn't be on the phone with you all day if you know I have a job, right? You shouldn't be calling me all day long. You can call me and we can talk, but you got a job to do.
You got a valid point, though, because when you're adults, I don't know, these kids do that. These kids is different.
Kids.
Yeah.
Don't bring your kids storms into the grown-up love.
And if I got responsibilities and I have things to do, don't get an attitude because I can't talk to you. This is both male and female.
RESPECT.
Right. Have the respect for each other. And I like to miss people. Like, I like to have that I think that gets a little spicy. Like, hey, baby, I ain't heard from you all day.
But not even just, I didn't heard from you all day. The fact that you know that you have a job. And if you're dedicated to your job, you're getting paid for that time. Mm-hmm. Put that time in. Yes, call your partner throughout the day. Hey, baby, I'm just checking in.
Small little conversation.
What you gonna do when we get home?
Yeah, blah, blah.
And then leave it spicy. You know what I mean? Leave the spice up in the air. You know what I mean?
But I think when you're dating too, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, no.
When you're dating, like the excitement of I haven't talked to you all day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's different when you're married. Like,
I can't wait to
like, oh shoot. And so you say, like, all day you work, you both work and you are doing whatever you got to do, and you get in the car and you get that phone call or you get home, you're like, oh man, what you do? How was your day?
That gives each other something to talk about. When you're on the phone with somebody all day long, believe me, and I know, when you're on the phone with somebody all day, what do you have to talk about by the time you get with that person?
True.
Like, what you've already talked about it all day. Mm-hmm. So then when you get around each other, you're just sitting there like, okay, I heard what you did today. Yeah, Susie made you mad. So did you handle Susie? Now we talk about Susie and I'm trying to leave Susie at work.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or you have something that you want to do for your romantic partner. You ain't even really got time to plan it because you've been on the phone all day. Mm-hmm. Like, at what point do you separate the childhood from the grown-up?
There has to be a time like that.
Because when you was a child, you'd be on the phone all day.
Oh, man.
We had the phone back in the day where your parents could pick up the other end because you'd be on the phone all night and they click in, hey, get off the phone because I'm supposed to get a call.
No, and I was teasing her son the other day. I was like, I started singing You Got It Bad.
Yeah.
Because literally he dropped his girlfriend out. He's in the house and on the phone. So I was like, you got it bad. And he was like, what? I said, listen to Usher. You got it bad. Hang up and call right back. I was like, drop her off and you love. No, I'm just saying, but adults are really like this. Now, I've had very intimate and romantic moments where I fell asleep on the phone with somebody I was interested in, and it was for health reasons or we're just helping somebody get through because you can't be there. That's different. But if you're on the phone all day, I've done that, and you like, and it's really true.
You don't get nothing done. Like, literally, okay, so I'm gonna really be vulnerable right now, right? I was on the phone with someone and I couldn't get nothing done. And then I think that it made them feel, when I was like, I don't want to talk today, it made them feel kind of a certain type of way. But literally, I couldn't get nothing done. Like I can't even focus on my side stuff that I'm supposed to do because I'm on the phone with you, and you're like, oh, I just want to talk to you all day. And here's the thing: to each his own. If y'all the type of people that like getting on the phone all day and do your thing. But for me, I want to be an individual. I have a life outside of my partner as well. That's what keeps me motivated. That's what keeps me young. And I do that for myself so that I can show up at 100% for my partner. But when I'm talking to you all day, and I'm a quiet person in general, you know that I'm quiet in general when I'm around or any of that. So if I'm on the phone with you all day, it's going to be weird if I'm now in your presence because I will have nothing to talk about because I will talk it all out throughout the day. So I don't have nothing to really say. And then you're looking at me weird like, okay, you going to say something? I don't have too much to say because I'll talk to you all day.
Yeah. Especially when you're in a marriage and you're having children or you're dating and having children. One person might not have, or both of y'all have children. You still have to take responsibility and allow space for them to handle those responsibilities as well. Because that is important to me of if I'm even going to choose you to become a part of, are you giving me my space? Because I'm a firm believer in giving people their space because I want mine. And I don't need a lot, but when I do, I'm like, give me some time, give me my space, and it feels good. You're rejuvenated and you feel good. And it's something that I think in 2026, people are so, we'll get into, we've been listening to stuff. They are so like, jealous and
it feels
it's weird.
Insecure.
Yes, that's the word I'm trying
to say. Giving insecure.
Well, you're so insecure. But we'll talk about some of that stuff later because what she had me listen to, I was like, that's stupid. But anyway. So, yeah.
So, look, y'all, sit tight because we're taking another quick break. But when we come back, we're going to be diving into the blood family, part of the family reunion. And yes, baby, the aunties, the cousins, the generational stuff, all of it. So please don't go nowhere.
Don't go nowhere.
We'll be right back.
All right.
If your in-laws understood this, it would just make your life a lot better. You guys are married, you make your own traditions, you make your own decisions, you're your own family. The door's wide open, we love you, you're always welcome, but your family has to do what you want to do, and our family's going to do what we want to do. And if there's anything we can do to accommodate you, we want to do that. When you get married, your prior allegiances and loyalties shift. Before that, the Bible says you're supposed to, as a kid, honor your mother and father, and then it says you leave your mother and father, which means they no longer get to tell you what to do. Any adult parents that are quoting obey your mother and father verses are really dysfunctional parents. That's for little kids, not for grown adults. Like, I'm very clear with this with my kids. Like, the married couple, you're a family. The other married couple, you're a family. Grace and I, we're a family. Now we have 3 families. And if we're going to do the holidays together, we need to talk about how this works for all the families. And what I could never do is look at my kids and say, but you need to be with your family. Because if they're married, that's their family.
That kiss you into place. This ain't a trend, this ancient flow. She don't heal you, she helps you grow. She breathe in moonlight, exhale the pain. Yin and yang dancing in her veins.
Front of the shop today. This is Holistic Royalty by Kellz. We specialize in herbalism, yoga, and nutritional planning. Hi there, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Here's a little info. Come by for a tea sample anytime. All right, welcome to the grand opening, y'all. This is our tea bomb. Everything is blended right here in house. I poured a little rose and hibiscus for you to start with.
It smells amazing here.
And over here.
Welcome to Chimaka Essentials.
It smells so good in here.
You may want to try one of my aromatherapy body butters. Yellow fragrance.
We're looking at what ribbon it is. And then the heart necklace to top it off. It's like a little celebration in a box. Spray, soap, body butter, and then the heart necklace to top it off.
She the balance when your soul feel weak. From plant to plate, she walk with grace. Tinctures that kiss you into place. This ain't a trend, this ancient flow. She
The earth needs the soul.
Welcome back, y'all. Technical difficulties. Welcome back, family. Literally, for real. Y'all don't even know what. Anyway, now it's time to look at where it all began.
Now, y'all know that family can be complicated, right? You gotta love traditions, loyalty, but also trauma, silence, and patterns that don't nobody ever question. Sometimes family come from didn't teach us. Sometimes the family that we come from didn't teach us how to communicate, or how to apologize, or how to make space for each other emotions. And we grow up thinking that this dysfunction is normal.
Exactly. You got people who were raised to survive and not to connect. Raised to be strong and not to be soft. Raised around grudges instead of conversation. And then they hand them down like a heirloom. So I was watching Kirk Franklin.
I love this show.
So I was actually watching one today. I didn't get to finish it, which I wanted to. So it was The Game, Snoop. Oh, I forgot the comedian's name. He does the Old Spice commercials.
I know.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
His name was just right on my tongue. I know who you're talking about, yes.
So The Game said, this is the point where I wanted to make right here. The Game goes, I was raised by his father was in his life, and boy, you better not cry. Suck that up. I'm gonna punch you right now. And his dad told him, whenever you feel, and he said it was a physically abusive relationship. And his dad told him, whenever you feel that you're able to beat me up, you let me know. We're gonna go outside.
Dang.
And he was like, and he said once he turned 19, he was like, he was sick of his father. And he actually did that. And then so Kirk Franklin was like, you beat your dad? He was like, yeah, he told me to. He was like, yeah, now you a man because you tough. I don't never want to see you crying. I don't never want to do you that right there. So Kirk Franklin was, how did that pass on to your children? He was like, he said he did his best to try not to implement that, but it was hard. So I can't think of the comedian's name.
D-Ray?
No, he does the Old Spice commercial. I don't know. Okay. No, not D. I think D-Ray is light skinned. He was sort of dark, a little bit darker. But anyway, he goes, how was you raised? Because he wanted to do a comparison. Yeah. He was like, well, I was raised by my mom. My dad wasn't in my life. And he was like, and every time I needed to cry, I get mad or anything, my mom allowed me to. And so Kirk Franklin said, how did that affect you in life? He was like, I don't hold my feelings in. And then he looked at the game. He was like, do you still hold your feelings in? He was like, yeah, all my girlfriends or whatever say that they do that. So he was showing the difference of if we allow the dysfunction or make something seem normal, right? And the game, hey, I was raised this way. Yeah. This dude was raised this way. But in the long run, it could cause harm because you're not healing, right? Yeah. Which you're going to go ahead and discuss. But I wanted to bring that up because being raised to be strong and not soft, that's where that part where it was like, you better suck that up. Don't get it twisted. It's not just dads that do that, because I actually was doing that to my sons because I felt that that's what men are not supposed to cry. Right. I even used to tell my son, you're being such a crybaby. Like, stop being a crybaby. Now, there's a difference if a child just, because my little grandchild be trying to do that. And I'd be like, boy, stop it. And I'm not saying that he's soft. I just be telling him to stop whining. But it can damage these young men, women, or whatever to think that they have to be strong all the time and they can't express themselves because that's the way they were raised.
And then you know what is crazy about that too, though? The fact that they don't express themselves, but in their minds they think that the people that they're with is supposed to read their mind and tell when they're going through something or tell if you're upset or well, how am I supposed to do that if you're holding everything inside?
Right.
So I know that I was different with my children because I was never told to be strong. But one thing that I am is about communication. I love to communicate. The only way that I can ever understand is if you communicate. And so I've always told my children, communicate. Even when they cried, I said, okay, I understand, but I can't understand you if you're crying.
Right.
That's kind of how I utilize.
That's how I do my grandchildren.
I don't understand it. Use your words. You tell me what's going on right now. Okay, you got hurt. Okay, go ahead. And if they tell me, oh, mama, I got hurt or this, then I would be like, okay, cry. Or, okay, now, you know that this is something that you don't have to cry about, but I at least make them communicate to me, okay, what was happening in this moment? And then we're going to see where the feelings lie after we talk about what happened in this moment. So I kind of raised them that way. And so, like, the only one that I do still have kind of an area opportunity to work with is my younger son. Because after his father died, passed away, he shut down. And literally, I don't know if y'all seen the movie Jumanji, where the little boy's parents passed away in a car accident, and the little boy wouldn't talk to he talked to his sister, but he wouldn't talk to nobody else. That is how my son was, and it's still kind of that way. I mean, we had a breakthrough over the birthday weekend, got in, but it affected him in such a way that I even have to talk to him because it's like, now you're getting older, son, and I understand that this affected you. You have to talk about this because even though I can kind of accept how you are right here, what happens when you get a girlfriend? What happens if you get a woman and you start to develop feelings and you feel like this is the girl for you, and then you'll eventually move into having a relationship with her and then possibly having kids? Is this the type of behavior you would want to take to your children? And he had to think about that. I think he's still thinking about that. But it was something that is on his mind now that he's like, I really do got to think about that. Yeah. So that was an amazing example.
Yeah. I need to finish watching that too.
Yeah. But here's the real truth. You can love your family deeply and still want better for them. You can appreciate what they have given you and heal the generational patterns that they have passed down. So understand, healing is not being disloyal. Healing is deciding that the story does not have to repeat.
Yeah. So when you heal yourself, you heal forward, right? I think we learn this in our transition and learning each other. We're healing ourselves to break generational curses forward, right? To heal forward. So you heal your kids, your nieces, your nephews, whoever you live and leave an impression on. They're getting the healed version of you and not the wounded one. People got to realize that when you heal yourself,
it breaks all the curses going forward.
I'm healing a version of you don't even know. Not the one that was hurt and woe is me and all this. No, I'm a different one to help them push it forward to change that.
You know what I don't like in this is just in any relationship though too, is that why do we have to be loyal to the dysfunction? Like that's the part that confuses me. You know this is dysfunctional, but I should be loyal to something that does not serve me. And I don't like this also in gang culture too. Because gang culture will praise you for doing all this. Oh, you're acting this way. And then when you want to change, they don't want to let you out to change for the better. You just want to keep me in this cycle of killing my brothers, killing my sisters, killing their kids. And I'm supposed to be loyal to that. And when I say killing, that's in the way of your family too, because it don't have to be a physical unaliving. Yes, sorry. Unalive. But you don't want to, the same thing within the family unit too. You don't want to, emotionally unalive your family members because they don't want to talk to you again because you're too mean, you getting posted on shit, or you're acting toward people, or people's calling about you, or people saying this about you. They don't want to be around you. Even your own people don't want to be around you. Like, but then there's some type of loyalty of, well, no, you can't go nowhere. Stay right here in this. And then you just sit there and you're talking about people back and forth with the person that you're with, but it doesn't allow for growth. But you got to be loyal to that because this is either your mom, your dad, your brothers, or your sisters. But this stuff keeps you stuck. There is no room for expansion. There is no, and then when you have kids, what you teach your kids these same things, and then they get out in the world and now they have dysfunctional relationships with other people. Yeah. So that I'm just speaking to that because loyalty to some things, I don't even get where we get this loyalty when it's tearing us apart.
So stay with this, family. After the break, we're getting into how to fix the issues that show up across friendships, romantic relationships, and the families we come from. We'll be right back right after this message.
Let me say this clearly. You are not wrong for distancing yourself from family who constantly brings negativity. You are not wrong for protecting your mental health. You are not wrong for choosing peace over chaos, even if that chaos shares your last name. Boundaries don't mean you don't love them. They mean you love yourself too.
She just glows, draws you in like midnight gold. A sip of her truth and you'll unfold. GoddessDee got soul control. Hey, this is grown folks medicine. Don't play unless you're ready to swim. Deep, real deep. A daily dose of tea. She speaks love fluently. Red wine wisdom with a side of clarity. Come through for your blessing. Daily dose of tea. This ain't lust, it's legacy. Touch your heart, shift your frequency. In the love palace where soul ships realign. Let love dock right here. She don't chase, she attracts. She don't beg, she reflects back. So if you're here, you align now.
We're back.
We are all the way back. We got all kind of stuff.
Man, behind the scenes, boy.
Well, welcome back and grab your seat, your fruit punch, grab whatever the aunties left back in the kitchen. All right, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Because we're not done yet.
So let's talk about the patterns that show up everywhere. It doesn't matter if it's a friend, a lover, or family. These issues are things that repeat. Lack of communication, assumptions, unspoken expectations, trust wounds, and emotional neglect.
The thing is, people say that they want closeness, but they fear vulnerability. They say that they want loyalty, but they avoid accountability. They want support, but they don't even know how to reach out for it. And so everyone starts living in their own silent corners.
It's just wild how the same wounds echoes across every relationship, right? You can see abandonment wounds in friendship, trust wounds in romantic partners, emotional wounding in childhood homes. It's all connected. Everything is everything, right?
Yep. So now, how do we rectify these issues? Well, to fix a family, chosen or blood, You need truth and honest conversation. You need emotional maturity, understanding instead of judgment, and the willingness to apologize without your ego being in the middle.
Such a big ego.
Hey.
And amongst those other things that you mentioned, Kellz, patience. Because healing a relationship is like, you can relate to this, we're planting a tree or a plant. The roots, they don't shift overnight. When you take that out, go over there, it don't just automatically fit and make it perfect, right? You got to water it, you protect it, and you stop expecting instant change. Show up consistently.
Yep. And to add to that, there's also boundaries. Lord, boundaries save relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Boundaries tell people how to love you. And boundaries also keeps conflict from turning into chaos.
And this one's important too. And grace. Grace lets people grow. We all need space to learn how to be better humans.
Ain't that right?
All need space. So let's gonna wrap this up. We're gonna start wrapping this up. The joy of the family reunion, right?
Yes, I love that.
As we wrap this up, we have to talk about the actual family in family reunion, the blood, the history, and the healing. So let's be real. Family structures are often broken by secrets, comparisons, and unaddressed trauma. To rectify these issues, we have to stop practicing toxic loyalty. To rectify these issues, we have to stop practicing toxic loyalty.
Hit them one more time.
To rectify these issues, we have to stop practicing toxic loyalty. Healing family structure means having the hard and difficult conversation. It means saying, I love you, but I won't tolerate how you speak to me or how you treat me. It's about accountability. We create a healthy unit when we stop sweeping things under the rug like they never happened and start cleaning the floor. You might have to get the shampooer out, okay?
Let's go.
Whether it's with friends, partners, and blood relatives, the common thread is vulnerability. You can't have a true reunion if everyone is wearing a mask, because this is going to fall off. Okay, go ahead.
Mask on, right. So that is the ultimate truth, as she's stating. The joys of a family reunion, the real soul deep joy comes when you realize, despite the arguments, despite the distance, the growth and sprouts, you still are chosen. There's something transformative about standing in a room full of people who represent different chapters of your story, and then realizing the book is still being written. We heal by showing up as our authentic selves and allowing others the space to do the same. And so when we rectify ghosting in friendships, the ego in romance, and the silence in family, the family reunion becomes a place where we can celebrate survival. We can celebrate love instead of survival. It's the ultimate ship, okay? Because it carries us through life.
Yeah.
So there's something real sacred about returning to love. Don't you miss it? Don't they miss the love? Love feels good, y'all. About coming back together after life has pulled everyone in different directions, whether it's your friends, your lover, or your actual family. Reunion restores something in the soul.
It reminds you that you belong, that you're seen, that even with flaws in history and complexity, there is still a place where you matter. A reunion is proof that connection is stronger than time.
Yes. And the joy isn't just in the food or the laughter or the music. It's in the healing, the hugs. That means something now. The conversations that you never had before, the apologies, the forgiveness, and then you sail on to those new memories that you could start.
And that's powerful. That's the power of family right there. Whether you were born into it or built it along the way. Family isn't just where you come from. It's where your spirit finds rest. It's the hands that wipe your tears and the voices that tell your story. The love that refuses to let you go.
And family is the circle, the reunion, the coming home to yourself, through the hearts of others. May your table always be full, your connections always be honest, and your reunion always bring you back to the truth of who you are. Loved, chosen, and never alone.
All right, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Family Reunion. I did too. But you know what? Y'all could come back and we can have a dialogue and really, really talk about this.
Let's talk.
Because, you know, like I said, this family reunion will involve your blood. That guy said that mustard and Hennessy. But he's gonna still drink. I just have the same type of look, but he's still gonna drink the Hennessy.
He's gonna have him.
No, but I really want to have this conversation. You know, we would love for you guys to come up and talk about this subject of family reunion and get your thoughts.
Yes.
And just have a dialogue. So
baby, come back.
There she go. There she go. You guys already know how we go. So be here. We're gonna say about 8:35.
Yeah.
Get yourself together. Your children, your kids, your whatever, your cat, your dog. Relax.
And let's talk about your favorite family reunion memories. Whether it was with the friends, your romantic partner, or your family.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So we will see you at 8:35. That's Eastern Standard Time, okay? I'm not going to do all that. Y'all got to figure that out, okay?
Eastern Standard Time, 8:35. I ain't doing anything.
All right, y'all. Peace and love. We'll see you soon.
Peace and love, y'all. We're out.
Welcome to the space where worlds become portals and their soul remembers. I am Alicia Young, and this is
like truth breathed like mist. I carry lifetimes in these hips and prayers inside my wrist. They said I'm too much, too wild, too free, but baby I was never meant to be. Quiet, tame, contained, I am so untamed. Ooh. Magic in my skin, healing while you hold me.
Your soul already knows.
Say my name, feel the shift begin. Alicia Young, so work within.
were like our family reunions back in the day. They were epic.
Yeah.
We look forward to them.
Yeah.
Like I mean, we did it at a we from Toledo. We did it at a park called I think it was called Pearson Park in Toledo, right? Every year I knew I was gonna get on the boats. We was gonna do little paddle boats.
Yeah.
We was gonna do that. I knew
It was a big deal.
it was gonna be some of the best macaroni and cheese I've ever had in my life.
Barbecue.
The barbecue was gonna be on point. Everybody in the family can cook, and we just had like a moment. Like it was to the point where our family used to be so big that everybody and their mamas, like friends of the family, it would be so many people show up. And it just like once with the elders, once they started passing away, it's just like it started dissipating.
Exactly.
It's so unfortunate because I long for that connection and that feeling when we have family reunions.
Absolutely.
My cousins and I, we just recently, within the past 2 years or so, we decided that we would create events. We was like, let's just start with the cousins.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we can't get all of the aunts and the great aunts.
Right,
to start with each other.
Amy and them did that.
Because we have been doing a horrible job.
Yeah.
Like the way, like my cousins, we looked at each other like siblings. We were so close.
We were the same way.
Living with us when we go home, like you staying with your grandma. All the cousins are in grandma's house.
Everybody's there.
We have failed horribly.
Man, it is horrible.
Our kids
But-
don't have the connection with their cousins that way. And I'm
Our
like,
kids have even said that to us.
We lift ships up, never tear them down. Yeah, we building, not breaking. Say that. Leave out. You don't gotta shrink in here. Your story got weight. So bring every ship. Let it dock. Let it be seen. Let it be set free. You're safe now. Welcome home.
Georgia, 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 Georgia.